1080QP testing. Good evening, calling out all amateur radio operators. Welcome to the Crooked River Amateur Radio Club's Tuesday night VHF net. My name is Pat. My call sign is November 8, Oscar Quebec Papa. However, for the purposes of this net, I'll be using the club call of Whiskey 8 Charlie Romeo Charlie. This is an open and directed net. All amateur radio operators are invited and encouraged to check in. All traffic will go through net control, and since this is an emergency traffic operation here, we ask that you leave some small breaks in the transmission so that any type of that traffic can get in here. The purpose of this net is to bring together all amateur radio operators for the exchanging of amateur-related ideas and information to keep club members and the amateur radio public up to date with club meetings and happenings, and to enhance the net operating practice. This net meets every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. local time. We will start with announcements and then ask for check-ins from any managers or club members or anybody that has announcements that they'd like put in the front of our net, or any information of general interest to our net. Once that's complete, I'll take regular check-ins, at which time I'll ask for your call sign repeated phonetically and then followed by your name. When all those check-ins are completed, I will close the net after repeating the announcements, and there will be one last call for check-ins after that. As far as the announcements, we got a slew of them today. We got a meeting coming up August 7th. There is not a meeting tomorrow night. It's August 7th at 7:30 at the church. 2906 Arnwood or Hardwell. I don't know why I can't remember that name. 2906 Ardwell. It's near the intersections of 18 and 91 in Ellett, or by Ellett. First, the meeting that we're going to have there is going to be a special meeting. There really isn't going to be a business meeting unless it's done afterwards. I have a special guest coming in on Zoom, which I'm going to announce at this time. His name is Michael. His call sign is KB8VB or KB9VBR. He's a YouTube guy, and he's done a slew of amateur radio YouTube videos. Dude's really good. I've actually used a lot of his program or a lot of his videos on stuff that I've used or that I've done in the past podcast-wise. Break for time here for a second. That meeting will actually start at 7:30, and hopefully he will be in. And so try to get there. If you're going to be late, try to get there as soon as you can. This is probably going to be one of the best ones we've scheduled so far. This is a really interesting guy. he's going to talk about fox hunting and the ability to direction find and stuff like that, and the theories behind it. So that'll be a really good one. Next up is a meeting the 21st of August. That will be Mark NH, and he will be doing a presentation on. I'm being distracted here. Sorry. He'll be doing a presentation on the Anderson power poles and also soldering. This will be a pretty good one. So, two really good ones coming up as far as meetings this month. Hope you can try to be there. Let me break. Okay, next in line is we have tentatively scheduled a testing session. You'll hear more about this in the future, but it's tentatively scheduled for September 7th at 10 a.m. It will be at the church where we meet, and it will hopefully be put together. I'll have more information on that as we get there. Okay, I think that's about all the announcements I've got. Is there any other announcements that need to be put at the beginning of the net? If so, call now. Okay, hearing nothing, let's go ahead and open the net up to regular check-ins. If you'd like to check in with us tonight, please give me your call sign, repeat it phonetically, and then give me your name. I will take 4 to 5 check-ins at first, just so we can line a few up and go through them at a decent rate, and then after that we'll probably send it out to every check-in. So if you'd like to check in with us, please call the W8CRC now.
Kilowatt Bravo 8, Papa Radio Kilowatt.
EB8PRK. Good evening, Ted. What's going on? Hang loose a second. Let me. Oh, I forgot the trivia question. It isn't really a trivia question, but we'll treat it as one. Trivia for tonight, or the question for tonight, is: have you ever fox hunted? If you have, what's your favorite story about it? If you have one, and if you haven't, would you be willing to learn? And would you be willing to participate in a fox hunt when we go to do one? Let's take a couple more check-ins here, and then we'll double back up to Ted. Anybody else?
N8XY, November 8, X-Ray Yankee. Name is Mike.
Okay, Mike, I got you. M-I-K-E. N8XY. Next check-in, please.
N8UKM, November 8, Uniform Kilo Mike. Name is Chris, Copley Township. I'm in and out, Pat.
Okay, Chris, gotcha. Thank you for the check-in. R-I-S, and you're in and out. Let's have a couple more.
Whiskey Delta 8, Bravo, Quebec, Sierra, Steve, Cauga Falls.
WD8BQS, that's Steve. S-T-E-V-E. Be right back to you, Steve. Let's go with one more here. Anybody else?
November 8, Alpha Charlie Papa. N8ACP, Chris, Cadillac Hill.
N8ACP, Chris, C-H-R-I-S. Okay, Steve, or Chris, gotcha. Let's go back up to the top here. KB8PRK, Mr. Ted. What's up, and you going to do some fox hunting with us, or what?
knows what the foxes look like.
That depends on who I can talk into doing it.
Yeah, I had to grab a knife before I left this morning to cut my way through the humidity. Boy, it was bad today. I guess it's going to be like that all week. Not a whole lot going on. Just cleaning up around here, organizing some stuff. And, yeah, I fox hunted one time in my radio career. About the third year I was licensed. We had a problem on 09, the 14709 machine. Barbed in there. We had a hemorrhoid kept getting on there. That was our term for a jammer. And it was going on quite a bit. So I had the idea of calling one of the guys in the Silver Creek Club. This is back around 95, and I knew he had beams, and he knew a couple other hams in the club that had beams. I says, we're going to try to bring this guy out of the woods, and if he comes out, can you try to triangulate, give us a general direction where to go? And they did, and it was in the southeast of where they were. All three of them reported the same peak signal strength from the southeast, which kind of put it down in the Maslin area and stuff like that. So Jim, NEPXW, had made us some 2-element fox hunting beams. We put on the HTs and stuff, and I had an attenuator with mine. Let me break here. About 4 of us with this identical setups hit the road, and it took us down to Maslin. We ended up finding the guy. He had a 10-element beam on his house, and Jim came down. That was when he first got his Doppler radar together, or his Doppler fox hunting antenna set up on his car, and he came down and drove around the guy's house and confirmed that it was him. And it turned out this guy was kicked out of the Maslin Club, and he hated no-code techs. And he was in his 60s. And after what we did the next day, when he got back on, he didn't know we did this. And the next day we got back on, we read off his full name. We found out who it was, who lived there, through a cross-reference on, I don't know if QRZ was alive back then or not, but we ended up getting the information we needed. And when he came back on the next time, we blurted out his name and address over the air, and that was the end of that.
I would imagine it would be, and being who you had come down there to hunt with you doesn't surprise me. That dude was one heck of a fox hunter.
He was.
So, are you going to join us? You want to join us Wednesday?
Is that tomorrow? No, I can't. I'm completely booked up.
Oh, so following Wednesday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 31st. This is the 6th. The meeting's the 6th.
Let you know.
Okay, we're going to have this guy we're going to have coming in is exceptional, or I wouldn't be having him. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move on if it's okay. Okay, N8XY, Mike, you're up. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, W8CRC. Per your question about fox hunting, I have never had the pleasure of radio fox hunting, but I've gone fox hunting with a rifle and a shotgun many times. And my best story about it was I had a buddy down in southern Ohio that just got a brand new rifle for Christmas, and he wanted me to take him out coyote and fox hunting. And he was wanted to go to the top of the highest hill on the farm and look out while I sat in a bush calling down at the bottom of the hill. And I wasn't calling for more than 5 minutes when he heard a shot ring out. And he came running down the hill, and there I'm sitting. A coyote made it through the bush and was standing nose to barrel from me, and he was furious that he got a brand new rifle, and we went out so he could get something, and somehow one made it past him right up against me. That's my fox hunting story. I'd love to join you guys for radio fox hunting, W8CRC and 8XY.
Okay, like I said, the next meeting we're having will be at the church over here in Ellet. You're welcome to come in if you want to. I'm having a fox, somebody that's going to talk about the intricacies of fox hunting. So you're welcome to make it. And if not, I'm pondering the idea of trying to set something up in September for an evening fox hunt, or maybe even like on a Saturday or Sunday. We'll see what happens. I would like to get something like this put together at least once, but we'll see. Anything else for the net tonight?
Nothing else for me. I look forward to checking out your guys' club, and we've got 3 or 4 other newish members and one very senior member in the area that we're looking to check out some clubs. So we'll be looking to join you guys for a meeting whenever we're available. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you much for that. That's greatly appreciated. Love to have you. It's we're actually a growing club, and it's with the ideas that I've got, it's going to do nothing but take off, I hope. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I appreciate your check-in. And UKM was in and out. We have WD8BQS next. Mr. Steve, where you been?
I'm sitting on the front porch of my daughter's porch while she goes shopping, WD8BQS. And I think that would be really, I've never been fox hunting, so that would be a new experience that I'm willing to learn. Matter of fact, I like the idea of possibly mixing real fox hunting with radio fox hunting, where if you find the transmitter, you get to shoot the radio. How about that?
Yeah, I think that might get a little expensive.
Oh, isn't that what the baofungs are for?
That's a novel idea. I'll give it that.
I'm just joking. That would be put a little bit of excitement into it. Of course, I wouldn't want to be the guy with the radio that's hiding, or playing the fox. At any rate, no, nothing much going on. But I would like to. Hopefully, I can make it to the meeting, which should not be a problem so far, anyhow. But yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun, and it looks like we got some good things coming up.
Yeah, well, it's taken a lot of ingenuity and stuff to get this all planned. Fortunately, I have 2 or 3 people that are helping me in the background. That's why we're getting things done as quickly as we are. But it's just a lot of legwork. We'll get it done. I'm just, like I said, I've said this a million times, I'm just out here to have fun.
Yep, I agree, Pat. Sounds like a good couple of meetings they're going to have, and it'll be fun for everybody, because I think this is all part of it. It helps police our bands by being able to locate these errant signals that we don't want on the band, and that would always benefit the group as a whole. Very good. I'm going to let you go, and that's about it on my end. WD8BQS, back to net control.
Steve, it's like I've said before, that everybody ought to know how to do this. And it's surprising how few do know actually how to do it. There is going to be a time, may not be when I'm around or whatever, but there will be a time when we're asked to step in to try to find something like that, or be part of another group that is looking. so, you just need to experience. Anyway, we'll go ahead and move things on here. Mr. ACP, good evening, Chris. And Chris actually came over here today and chopped down a tree stump that I had. I can't thank him enough. Evening, Chris. What's going on?
Good evening there, Pat. This is November 8th, Alpha Charlie Papa. No problem, Pat. I was glad to help out, and that was just perfect. I had to go over to my optometrist. I already had the saws in the truck, and it took me longer than I figured, but sometimes that's the way it goes. It's no big deal. I'm glad you got that out of there, and you could progress with burning that stump out. Let's see. I did add a new entity on HF. I managed to work the country of Georgia, and that was number 172 for me with 100 watts and a wire. So that's not too bad. The power of a light bulb, you can work the world right now. So fox hunting, I don't think I've done it yet. I understand the principles behind it, and it would be fun to do it sometime. So I'll listen on out as I prepare a wood fire here to grill some food. Whiskey 8 Charlie Radio Charlie, I think is the call from November 8 Alpha Charlie Papa 73.
Okay, Chris. Well, hopefully we can help educate you, and you'll be happy with joining us. It will be mutually beneficial for both sides. Anyway, I'm down at the bottom of the list here. Let's go ahead and take a few more if there is any. We'll probably just drop back to one at a time here. So if you'd like to check in with us, please call W8CRC.
SEG Whiskey 8 Sierra Echo Golf Mobile in Mogador Lake.
Whiskey 8 SEG. That's it. I knew it, and that's Nick. I see. Okay. Good evening, Nick. What's going on? Where you been? What's up?
Good evening, and good evening to the net. It was a busy weekend this past weekend. I think I just barely missed reaching you guys by maybe 20-25 minutes. By the time I was set up at Perry's National Monument, I think you guys had already shut down for the day. I tuned over but didn't hear you. Could have been the band, could have been anything, but I hope everyone had a great POTA. I certainly did. Got to activate 2 parks on South Bass Island as well as South Bass Island for U.S. Islands on the air, and also activated Catawba Island State Park and Catawba Island, and then activated Johnson's Island for U.S. Islands on the air. So a lot of contacts. I've got a lot of logs to go through and make sure it's correct and get submitted. But looking forward to the meeting this next month here. And I have not fox hunted, but I do hunt deer and pheasant. So.
Well, as far as the fox hunting, I probably need to clarify this a little bit. It's actually radio amateur direction finding. We aren't going out and going to shoot little critters. Just for anybody that is on, that doesn't know what we're meaning by fox hunting. I know some of you are probably disappointed with that, and you have the right to be, but the stuff we're talking about is not going and shooting critters. It's finding people or sporadic signals when it's needed. I'm looking for a number here so I can remind somebody that there's a net going on. Anyway, anything else for the net tonight, Nick?
I like the previous idea. I'll gladly donate a Baofeng if we can shoot it when we find it. So, but if not, that's okay. That's okay. I look forward to searching out the transmitter. But shooting a dirty Baofeng's already certainly a plan for later. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a great night. W8SEG.
There are so many people that dislike that little Baofeng radio. I swear. Yeah, I guess it would be kind of fun though. Yeah. But I wouldn't want to be the one holding it. You guys would probably make me the fox just because of it.
I've got some old ones that I'm certain are not spectrally clean. So, you know, we need to dispose of them properly.
As long as it was sitting on the ground when it did, but you'd have to be careful with what was attached to it because that would actually be your fox. You know, because it's the thing that's going to make the noise. Anyway, I will go ahead and move things on here. Got anything else for us tonight?
Good. You guys have a great night. Look forward to seeing everyone. I'll talk to everyone this coming Tuesday and seeing everyone at the meeting. Hello.
I think that was Keith. You wanting to check in, Keith?
Yeah, KAA BSA. I was sitting there right beside the radio and I never heard it beep up, then I realized the volume was turned down.
Okay, I got Keith, K-E-I-T-H. What's going on? You ever fox hunted? And if so, what's your favorite fox hunting story? And if not, are you willing to learn?
Well, I haven't fox hunted per se, but I have been on several ELT chases.
Oh, that's close. The idea was brought up tonight that we could cross fox hunting, radio amateur fox hunting with real fox hunting, and shoot the radio, which would likely be a bow fang, once you find it.
Well, if it's in the city limits, they kind of frown on that, though.
What they don't know ain't gonna hurt them.
Yeah, maybe. Interesting. Well, you can always shoot it with a paintball.
That's true too. Anyway, anything else for that tonight? So, if not, we'll go ahead and move on here. Thanks for checking in.
No problem. Like I said, I was sitting right here beside the radio, and I didn't realize the volume was turned down. Let's see. Looking forward to Michael's presentation coming up at the next meeting, and I'll be sending you the podolog for Saturday. I just uploaded it to mine, and I'll email you the ADI file.
Okay, I'd like to get that submitted so I can clear that off the agenda. So, at your convenience.
Not a problem.
We've had quite a bit going on here this week so far. I've gotten a few things done. Trying to get things planned out and happening. So, anyway, anything else?
Nope, not that I can think of. No. So I'm looking forward to the next meeting. It'll be interesting.
I think so too. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move things on. Anybody else want to check in with us tonight? Please call W8CRC.
Good evening, Pat. This is Kilo Foxtrot 8 Bravo Tango Whiskey. Brian?
Okay, I copy. Kilo Foxtrot 8 Bravo. Question mark?
Bravo Tango Whiskey.
Bravo Tango Whiskey, and that was Brian. R-I-E-N. Gotcha. What's going on tonight?
Well, actually, this is my first time on here. I just got my license, so I'm kind of new to all this. I do know Steve Villanova. I think I heard him on here. And wasn't sure what you guys were talking about with the fox hunting there. I thought you meant literally, but now I understand what's going on.
Okay, Brian, I've known kind of sort of your history there. I was actually supposed to sit in and VE the session that you did in the falls there, but things didn't happen quite the way I thought they would, and I couldn't make it. I would have probably met you then. But welcome to the world of amateur radio, and welcome to our repeater and club.
Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. It's a lot to learn.
And you've just scratched the surface. You've just scratched the surface of the iceberg.
And you have a lot of people willing to help you out too. KA8BSA.
Yep, and I'll second what Keith just said there. There are several people, and the best thing you can do once you've got your license is join a club like this. It's going to teach you the ins and outs of stuff. And you've got a plethora of knowledge that you wouldn't be able to get anywhere else. Usually, if it's pretty much any ham topic, somebody or other will know what's going on with it and what to do and how it works and all that, and they can guide you. Same thing as far as antennas and stuff like that. But anyway, welcome to the club.
Well, thank you. It's nice to talk to everybody.
Right, if you, I usually frequent this repeater in the afternoons, so if you happen by and want to just chit-chat going to work or whatever, jump in, say hello, or give me a call here. Call sign is actually November 8 Oscar Quebec Papa, or N8 OQP. But, if nothing else, we'll catch you at a meeting.
Well, thank you for having me. This is Kilo Foxtrot 8 Bravo Tango Whiskey.
Okay, let's move things on here again. Anybody else want to check in before we wrap things up for tonight? Hearing nothing, I'm going to go ahead and reread the announcements. The meeting on the 7th of August, we'll have a guy by the name of Michael. His call sign is KB9VBR. If you get a chance and want to see some of the stuff that he's done in the past, and you're a YouTube fan, or even if you're not, you can go to YouTube and look his call sign up. You'll find several videos that he's done, and he's a pretty down-to-earth guy, and I think he's going to be a really good talker. We'll see what happens with that. Let me break here. Next up after that is the 21st, where we will have N8NH Mark doing a presentation on Anderson power poles and soldering. Two topics of which I'm curious as to what's going to try. I've got a couple of things I need Anderson power poles for that we'll see if we can get them made. And actually see what happens with that. That'll probably, I'm thinking, maybe a little bit of a hands-on thing, but we'll see what happens. Then after that, we've got the possibility of doing a tentative date for the VE testing. That will likely be the 7th of September at 10 a.m. We'll see what happens with that. I know I've had several people asking me about that. We're going to get that scheduled as soon as we can. I just got to get the logistics of it worked out. We're on the way there. I think that's about all the announcements, unless I've forgotten anything, which I don't think I have. Got March, got the date. Okay, that's it. All right, well, let's do one more round of check-ins. If there isn't any, we'll go ahead and close things up. If you'd like to talk to us, if you'd like to check in, please call W8CRC. Okay, hearing nothing, I'm going to go ahead and close things up here. All right, in preparing to close this net, I'd like to thank all of you that took the time to check in tonight and join us. Without your participation, there would be no net. And this is one of the more fun nets that I've lived. There's fun nets, and then there's fun nets, and then there's us. Anyway, this has been N8OQP. My name is Pat, and it's been my pleasure to host this evening's net. At this time, I will go ahead and close the net with, looks like 9 check-ins, including myself. And I'll go ahead and return the repeater to normal and customary amateur use. KA8BSA, hang in there after the net. I got a couple of things I want to tell you about. This is Whiskey 8, Charlie Romeo Charlie, closing this net at, looks like 24 till 8, local time. Catch everybody next week, 7-3, and 8OQP. KA8BSA, NA, 8OQP.
Yeah, Pat, go ahead. KA8BSA.
Guess what I got?
A bozo button?
No, and it doesn't itch either. I went ahead and bit the bullet. Went ahead and bought I got a 20 amp, what the heck's the name of it here? It is a Life 4, or Life PO4, 12.8, 20 amp hour battery by EcoWorthy.
Oh, lithium iron oxide. That's what my batteries are, but they're made by Bionl.
I'm going to take and I've got the charger ordered. It's supposed to be here in the morning. Once I get that, I'm going to start getting things hooked up so that all I got to do is plug the radio into the battery, and we'll be good to go that way. Pretty much just decided I'm going to do something as far as getting this POTA thing set up, and I'll have it in a go sack, or excuse me, a go bag.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to get upstairs and finish making some sloppy joes.
How sloppy are your joes? But I don't want to know that. Strike that conversation. Have a good afternoon or evening, sir, and we'll probably catch up to you in a day or two. If you get bored, call me. You know the number, and 8OQP.
Okay, if you didn't see the text message, I went ahead and, because it was just as easy, because I had it up at the time, I sent it to you on Facebook Messenger, the ADIF file.
That's odd. I'll go ahead and download it.
Okie dokie, catch you later.
W8BQS.
Evening, Steve. What's up?
Yes,
Just wanted to let Keith know he's got me. I went ahead and started making one of those battery boxes, power supply backup type thing, and I've got just waiting on a couple of those Anderson power pole outlets for the box. I've got it set up. It really is going to come in handy, I think, especially with the 705.
Oh, cool. I started building one, but then I stopped I need to finish it. I'll probably rewire the inside because I used 12 gauge wire, and it was very stiff wire. Well, it was stranded, but I got some more flexible 12 gauge wire now.
Yeah, very good, Keith. I found out I had some old, I should say old wire. It was just an old spool I had laying around with some 12 gauge wire on it. And I've got that wired up. I also have got a charger ordered. It is due in also for it, but the battery came, I think, like with 40% of a charge on it or something like that. Because I guess that's the safe way to ship those things or whatever. And I actually tried it out on my 705, and it worked rather well. I've even got a couple of spots on it for USB connectors. And I'm going to have those switched out separately because I think they draw current when they're hooked up to the battery. So I want to have that so I can switch those in and out so they're not going to subtract from the power for the radio.
W8SEG to the net, or to the group? Okay. Like I said, I'm going to head upstairs. Cool. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it. KBSA 73. All.
Okay, Keith, 73, thanks for the prod there. That's what it took for me to get going on it. So now I got a backup power supply. W8BQS will be out of here.
This is Nick, W8SEG. Also recommend I put a relay in on my battery box that I built. I can bring it to a meeting sometime to show it up. But I've got a relay that I just, once it powers down everything, including the USBs. Over.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'd like to see how you got that set up. That'd be really interesting. I got it right now. I think I have an extra switch coming in, and I was going to use that to switch it on or off. But yeah, the relay would be a good little trick too. So that'd be interesting. Yeah, if you can, remember to bring the box with you. That'd be great.
Will do. I usually keep it in the truck. Yeah, I hook up my 7300 to it sometimes, and that pulls some decent current, so I wanted that current off the switch. So I went with that. Everything's fused, and I've got a solar charge controller I've just added. I've got a screen to install. That'll be the next addition to it. But yeah, I will definitely bring it. Try and shoot some pictures. You guys came in big handy today. Some neighboring campers needed to air up their tires, and it's got a 12-volt cigarette lighter for it. If you're old enough there, know that. And I've got an inflator that runs off DC, so I was able to power the inflator off the battery box.
Yeah, I like that idea. The whole idea sounds really good. Especially the relay bit there, I think that would be really handy. Okay, well, I appreciate it, and that's what it's all about. You know, passing on all this extra information that maybe I'd be satisfied with, but could make it better. You know, make these little projects a little better and a little more efficient. WD8BQS.
Sounds good. I will be off to dinner, and W8SEG will be probably listening later, but we're back from one vacation, getting ready for the next vacation this coming weekend. So I will talk to everybody later. W8SEG, clear.
So many vacations, so little time.
Erie Islands, and we're going to Norwalk for Night Under Fire this weekend. Yeah, it's been busy. Kids are looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll catch you later, Pat. W8SEG.
All right, Nick. Have a good evening, sir, and we'll catch up. When you get your chainsaw available, I got another project we can work on, but I'm going to have to take some antenna down in order to do it. We'll talk about it. We also need to go fly some drones.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it. We've got some packing to do, but we're out Friday morning. I know the weather's not supposed to be great. We'll see what it brings here.
I don't think you're going to really experience too much other than what we're already having.
Yeah, and I mean, my drones get about a 5-minute battery life because they're a little more aerobatic.
And mine's supposed to last 10 minutes, but that's what they make chargers for. You can always BS while it's charging.
And I've got a nice big battery box that charges them too. So I will catch you later, Pat. Have a great night.
Hi, Nick. Have a good evening, sir. We'll talk. And ain't no QP listening.
73 W8 SEG clear and headed for dinner.
WDABQS, you still around?